Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a terrible place. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, WMVA 88.9 FM Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton Facebook page, and you can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go to our newest channel on YouTube. That is FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hnton and Cristo Records 1, Cristo Records 1. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and we promise on this Friday we'll shout you out.
Shout out.
Mr. E, what beautiful weather on a fun Friday.
That's right. We're having great weather on a fun Friday. TGIF. Thank God it is Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. It's the weekend. Hampton Roads is up and popping. We got some great things going on. So many events, so much happening right here in our area to go along with this beautiful, beautiful weather.
Tell them a little bit about what's going on in the Hampton Roads.
Well, Harbor Fest is here. You know, Harbor Fest was here last year, but seemed like it's more attention being paid to it for some reason. I think they have a whole lot of attractions, vendors, displays, so many. They have the fireworks show that they said is going to be awesome, the drone show, and much, much more. You know, you're going to have the news teams out there. It's just going to be just a whole bunch of fun. They're expecting about 80,000 this whole weekend, and they're expecting the weather to be absolutely perfection.
Wow. Wow. I want to also invite everybody out to this Men Pre-Father's Day dinner at 745 Lassner Avenue in the city of Norfolk, Virginia at Friendship Norfolk. You know, they're having what they call a Pre-Father's Day dinner for all men, for the men. And, you know, the women can come along also if they would like to. But it will be at 4 o'clock on tomorrow, and I'll be hosting it.
All right, Mr. E, that sounds perfect. Man, go on out there and enjoy yourself. Go ahead and network and just get to know one another and share with one another. Sound like it's going to be a great event.
That's right. I believe it's going to be a great event, especially when you got a whole bunch of brotherhoods, when the men come together, and they're all sitting around and really, just talking and getting their Mac on finding new friends and understanding issues concerning men.
Absolutely. So much going on this weekend. So much going on this month. The month of June.
That's right.
We're here, and the summer is not too far away.
That's the beginning. June the 20th is the beginning of summer. We're coming out of hurricane season, coming out of spring. So now we're getting ready to jump into summer, and school is closing all over the 757.
Absolutely.
Today is Norfolk last day, in school, and then I think Chesapeake is tomorrow, and Virginia Beach, I don't know, and Portland, Newport News, I don't know, but guess what? The school is closing. So, hey, find out what you can do for your children. Find out things that are, going on around in the 757 that'll keep your child off the street, because you got to remember that an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Oh, they're going to be sleeping, a lot of them.
You think so?
Awesome. They hibernate, some of them. Others look for work. Others go to their granny and poppies.
Yeah, go out of
they
town.
send them all over to their other parents sometime and their relatives, and they're gonna have plenty to do. We're gonna cover summer fun, as a matter of fact. We'll talk about that when we talk about our upcoming shows. Right now, I wanted to also welcome our sponsors. We want you to go to www.beardgodz.com, BEARDGODZ.com, talking about Father's Day items and gifts and things like that. That would be the perfect time to go there and order your gifts and things like that. The owner is Mr. Chris Hnton. Go on and look on the website, beardgodz.com. As a matter of fact, Mr. Hnton is doing a giveaway right here. FYI Radio Show has a wonderful gift pack for Father's Day giveaway, Mr. E.
That's right. And all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or call 757-714-7861. Or you can go to FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com and register your name to win. Or you can call 757-285.
8266. Say, I want to win the pack. Get your name down and your email address. That's all you have to do. And hey, you'll have the opportunity to win this wonderful package.
And if you want a good looking beard, the product is off the chain.
Yes.
I'm using the product myself. And with that product, it helped you to manage wild hair, gray hair that's hard to control. So if you got a beard and you tired of shedding, every time you turn around, you look down and you got more dandruff look like on your shirt. All you got to do is register to win. Register to win. We put lotion on it. That's not good enough. You got to get this oil in vanilla. My God. Wow. And you got to get that balm that goes along with it and the wooden pick. So you can register right now to win that surprise package of Beard God from Beard Gods. And all you have to do is call 757-714-7861, or you can go to Christian Broadcasting Company. No!
All right, Mr. You're giving all the wrong information.
Or you can go to 757.
I'll just drop it right here in the chat, or go to our page, his personal page, FYI Radio Show's page, and say, I want to win. I can give you my email address and just
drop it.
Yes. Also, FYI, of course, we've got to come through, and we'll have a couple of gift cards. We're going to open the phone lines, and you'll get a chance to win some fabulous things from FYI Radio Show.
That's right. And call that number
757-714-7861 or 757-285-8266. Look, don't forget our other sponsor, Bulvic Academy, BULVIC Academy, Everette.com. Go up there and listen to some of the things that are up there. Look at some of the things that's in the blogs for our children, our schools, our teachers. Get the book. Bullying is right underneath your nose, or The Diary of a Former Bully by Yolanda Hnton. You get Bullvic, the game. It's a game app up there, a link that will actually take you to Google Play or either apple.com, and you can get the game as well. We want to thank all of you all that are enjoying the game, the books, and the information. And don't forget, this October, we'll be doing our anti-bullying rally, Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. That's October the 12th. That's going to be at Virginia Beach Central Library. We want you all to save the date. We're going to send out that save the date link, and you can pre-register if you like. And come on out and have a wonderful, wonderful time. We always have a wonderful time at the anti-bullying rally. We want your support. Again, Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. October the 12th, Mr. E. Also, don't forget, He'll Make It All Right.
That's right. He'll make it right.
Don't forget, Make It All Right. Make It All Right. Yolanda Hnton, Make It All Right single.
So you talking about this one right here?
Let's hear it. There it is.
Sometimes get away all by yourself in the storm of life. Gonna brush you down. You can go to a place and he will come with you. I know he'll make it alright. Sometimes you gotta get away. Talk to the Lord. Tell him out all your problems. Tell him what is wrong. Then there's nobody else who will understand. You know he'll make it alright. Say he'll make it alright. I know he'll make it alright. I know he'll make it alright. I know he'll make it alright. The ultimate place where the Lord can comfort you. I know he'll make it alright.
All right. I want to thank you all that are buying it, radio that's playing it, all the platforms that have it. You can go download it wherever music is sold. Again, thank you so much for your support. You all are a blessing.
I got it.
So, Mr. E, today is our Fun Friday segment. What's in your closet? Issues concerning us women.
You know, we love it when we talk about women, you know, because sometimes men need to know what women have on their mind and what they're thinking about.
Y'all don't know us by now.
We don't know you because we don't know you by now because you wear so many different hats.
Oh, we do. We do a lot of things, but I tell you, it may be a man's world at one time, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
You know, that's what James Brown said. That's what James Brown said.
He
James
understood.
Brown said it. You know, he understood what was happening. I don't see how folks could understand what he was saying. I guess they got it from the title because James Brown said.
We want to say good morning to Miss Sheila Robbins. All you all that are on the chat, make sure you say something so we can say hello to you and thank you so much for your support. I'm Jeanette Adams. Miss Jeanette Adams, how are you? Good to see you up here. Thank you for joining us. You all make sure you say something. We want to shout you out. So, Mr. E,
yes.
What's in the closet? There's so many things in our closet, but today, look, since we're talking about Father's Day, Daddy's Day, we're going to talk about, are you a daddy's girl?
Wow.
And the wonderful thing about it, Mr. E, is I think about it, I know I was a daddy's girl. Even though I lost my father early, I know for sure that I had that bond, that link, that that togetherness with my father. It is not just a thing of, having a father, but observing a father, looking and seeing his moves, his grooves, something that I really love. It was so many things that I loved about him. First of all, I loved the way he treated my mother.
Yeah.
And then I also loved the way he treated us. And then I also loved the places he used to take us, and the things he used to do. He was really, he had a great sense of humor and everything, very handsome, tall and skinny, just like my brothers, and just a wonderful person. He was sick. He died in a tragic accident in the subway in New York. But I'm going to tell you why I know we had such a bond is because the day of that night before he died, the night that he died, that morning I woke up. I didn't know he had died, Mr. E. And I walked past the bed and my spirit was like, why aren't you here? Why aren't you in bed? I know you to be. I know it. I was very young. I know it. I don't know what day it was, but I know at that time, that's the time that he's home. He was home on the weekend.
You know his pattern. Yeah.
I knew his pattern, and it was like, why aren't you here? And soon after that, a few hours later, my mother announced to us all, the 7 of us, that he had passed away and he had died in a tragic accident. And so, I feel that I am definitely was a daddy's girl, missed him so much, but I can see him now, his moves and his grooves and his things that he did. He used to love me to scratch his hair. Come home from work and I used to scratch his hair. Look, the little teeny girl scratching his hair. He loved that. And so we're talking about a daddy's girl and what a daddy's girl. I know a few daddy's girls, and daddy's girls are usually kind of spoiled.
That's right.
Daddies have spoiled Mr. E.
When you describe a daddy's girl, it's a daughter who has a close and affectionate relationship with her father.
Absolutely.
It is suggested that the daughter is particularly attached to and influenced by her father, often receives special attention, love, or care from him.
Special attention.
Special attention.
It's a special bond.
That's right. There's a special bond that daddies have with those little girls, and the girls feel like daddy is their hero. There's nobody greater than my daddy. My daddy is the best thing that ever happened to me. So guess what? He has special, and then daddies are when they fall into the traps of those girls.
Oh, wow. What do you say? The spell?
They spell that, my daughter, I have a daughter, Printer, she is a daddy's girl that, and you fall right head over heels. She has that special savvy, a way about her to captivate, her dad.
Her daddy. You had a nickname for Mr. E?
Printer, private showcase. That's what my dad used to call her. My daddy used to call her private showcase because I put her up so high because she was, she's the best thing that ever happened to me.
And that's the thing. The daddies, they put you up high. They really love you in a special way. They take that time. They show you things. They really bring out the best, usually in these relationships. And like you said, the daddy, he's the hero.
That's
he can
right.
do no wrong. I was actually looking at online, Mr. E, and I looked at the actress Lisa Ray. She had a very, very unique relationship with her father. And I think in a sense, she said it went a little above because not only was she a daddy's girl, but she did not want anybody else in that space, not even her mother. Her mother had the worst time with her because she wanted all the energy, the space, the time. Mom was just like this little second-class citizen, and in that relationship, she took all the air out of the room when it came to her daddy. Her daddy died suddenly as well, but she wasn't a young girl. She was a young adult, and she was praised by her father. Her father could do no wrong. Her hero, her everything, her everything.
That's right. You know, Miss Hinton, and here's the question that I like to ask women today: do you get jealous over? Do women get jealous over their daughters being daddy's girl?
Well, some do, and this,
Yeah.
this particular incident, Lisa Ray talks about her mother, and her mother talks about it, how much she resented that relationship, and how Lisa would not give mom the space because she would compete. She was like the wife. The mother was just like somebody there.
That's right.
And that relationship was very strained. As a matter of fact, Mr. E, they went on Yolanda Van Zant, Fix My Life, because the relationship was so strained because Lisa took and made the daddy just like a possession.
That's right. It's a lot of romance going on there between, when you look at the daddy's girl, he loves that girl.
Yes.
And he loves her with a lot of love, and there's nothing false about daddy's love for that girl. I mean, there is no man, no boy, no guy, nowhere that can equal to the love of a daddy. Daddy drops whatever he doing when it comes for that little girl. But here's the question: I want to throw a curveball in it. Since daddy's girl means so much to them, why the lines are not wrapped around like at the restaurants? And why they got little small marquees?
I really do think that daddies are appreciated, Mr. E. Mr. E always say that on Daddy's Day, and it could be true.
Well,
look like the stores are not, overcrowded. The restaurants are not overcrowded.
Let Mama Day come.
I'm trying to tell you.
And they all on the side of the curb by the railroad track selling stuff for Mama's Day. But Daddy's Day, you can get into any restaurant you want to get in, and there's no hoopla around Dad.
But going back to Lisa Ray, she talks about her appreciation for her father, but that comes with admiration for him. This is what he appreciates: her coming to him, her needing his advice and things like that. Whenever she's doing something, he's there. That is his reward. With her, from her daddy, it was the things that he could give her and keep her in the finest and uplift
That's
her.
Right.
And so maybe that's the problem right there, Mr. E. Daddies tend to be givers, and they don't definitely want to receive. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying they give to get certain things: respect, admiration, love, especially in this particular type of relationship. But you all get in the habit, I see, Mr. E, that sometimes we don't know what you all want. You don't verbalize it. You don't say throughout the year like a woman. A woman is going to tell you what she wants at all times. She's going to spell it out. She's not going to give you hints. She's just going to come out and say what she wants. But men, if you give a man a gift, sometimes he'll give it to his children. Sometimes he'll, give it to his wife.
I'll put it in the bottom of the
He's
drawer.
used to giving, and he done. You don't really. Maybe it's that you all don't have to be spoiled that much. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
When it comes to men, we don't have to be spoiled that much because we want to make sure that our children are happy. Make sure the house is well kept. The house is happy. So, we understand the problems and the things that go on in the house from a distance. We just like happiness. We see a smile on the daughter's face, a smile on our son's face. We see the smile on the wife's face. Mm-hmm. And so that when that happens, we are happy. So long as
happy wife, happy life.
That's the cliche, and that's a true statement. When the wife is happy, your life is happy. When your life is, when the wife is not happy.
That's what men want. They want a happy existence. They do not want to be on an island with a woman that is just mean and bad. So
That's right.
Happy. So that's why I said maybe daddies and fathers do that, Mr. E. We're coming up on Father's Day. We're going to have a special giveaway for you all. But we're talking right now about daddies, girls, and sometimes Mr. E just mentioned it. It can have a few little pitfalls.
That's right.
There are some things. First of all, let's talk about some of the things that make the relationship what it is as father and daughter. Sometimes You're so independent until you need your dad. You kind of like, uh, this is the sign that you want to have that type of relationship. Daddy is everything. I need daddy for this. I need daddy for that. You're supposed to be so independent now, but when it comes to the things that you need or anything that is happening in your life, you want that dad. You go to him before you go to your mom sometimes. That's a sign that you could be a daddy's girl. You do things kind of to impress him. You want to, just like I used to love to scratch his head. He loved that. I mean, so you do things that make him feel good. You bring his bedroom slippers and all that kind of good stuff. You try to be the son he never had. Sometimes when a man doesn't have a son, he looks to that daughter to kind of like be that person that could kind of fill that empty space. Your friends, they know, they kind of like see, Mr. E, that you kind of like are favored and everything. They do all kind of things and say all kind of things that let you know that, hey, you sure are close with your pops.
That's right. You think that he's the funniest and the smartest person you know.
Yes.
Nobody else can be your hero but that daddy. That daddy is the bomb to you. You think Absolutely. That he's the funniest, and you think that he's smarter than anything.
You use any kind of excuse to hang out with him. You're in a constant battle with your siblings to be his favorite. You want to be his favorite.
That's right. And his money, too. You think he's the bank. You think that he's the bank.
And when you mess up, that's the one you turn to get you out of home.
That's right. You have a secret. You secretly rely on him just as teeny bit of financial endeavors.
Yes.
You secretly find Dad, you got a secret word, and you cuddle right on up to him and daddy. You got that special tone that you say to him to let him know, hey, look, I'm coming to you and I need something. Now, here's the thing that can really cause a twist around, Miss Hnton.
The pitfall.
The pitfall. Here's a pitfall when that daughter plays that daddy.
Oh my goodness. What do you mean she's kind of trying to use him a little bit?
You know
he'll give you everything in the whole wide world.
And then you play him. I'm going to ask Mama. Mama, knows what you up against. See, Mama knows the girls, and they knows the family. But anytime they say no to the girl, they know how to go and woo woo daddy. but now when she woo woo daddy. Now, Mama had just told her no, but Daddy said yes. Now the house is towed up because the girl went and Daddy's supposed to overrule Mama and does.
I got the worst beating in the whole wide world for doing that. I asked my mother, and my grandparents was here from Virginia. We were in New York. Can I have some money to go buy something? No. Okay. I saw my daddy go to work. Snuck downstairs, went to Daddy, can I have some money to buy? And he pulls it out. Little did I know she was looking out the window. Oh my God. When I got in, my grandparents experienced me getting the worst whipping in the whole wide world.
Well, and that's how it goes. When you know how to woo-woo daddy, see, what makes the house a disarray, you let that little girl break daddy's heart. Like daddy want a special guy for her, a special man. He really don't want there's no man out there that can equal for his girl, for his baby. Because she, because she is the top uno out there. But when she makes mistakes and go against the core of daddy, wait a minute, little girl, where did my little girl at? Now you got a man and you playing the dud game now.
They said that sometimes you can experience a self-image problem. You've been hyped up by your daddy and you think you all that, and you get among people and, they tell you different. And then now all of a sudden, your image is just broken down by low self-esteem because daddy, whether you right, wrong, good, bad, evil, or whatever, he's lifting you up higher and higher and higher and higher.
That's right. That's what daddy does. He make that daughter the best thing, put her on a pedestal, make her the best thing in the whole wide world.
Look, we talk about daddies, but we also want to mention again our Father's Day giveaway, FYI radio show. We're going to be giving away some great things. Our sponsor, Be It Guards, have a great gift package for you all. Make sure you put your name in the chat. Make sure you either email us at FYI radio show live, or make sure you just drop it right here. And look, come on over here for a few minutes. We're going to give you some more tea and some of our upcoming shows. Be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. If you like to register for the Be a God giveaway, all you have to do is call 757-714-7861, or you can go to FYI Radio Show Live and register, or you can call
757-285-8266.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400, WMVA 88.9, and Peace 95.3 FM, and on all social media platforms. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend, and come on out to 745 Lesnar Street for a pre-Father's Day dinner. Looking to see you there. Bye now.
Sheila Robbins says, she said, I was a daddy's girl. My dad used to call me Beauty Queen, and I love it. She said, I miss him so much. Look, Daddy Pops, that's Sheila's daddy, and I knew she was a daddy's girl. They love and adore their daddy, and I can see him right now. Great sense of humor. Love the family, a great provider, and a very productive man. And so you see that. That's what I'm saying. It's not just that they're there, which you're glad, Mr. E, but it's how they maneuver, who they are, and they actually have personalities, great personalities as well.
Now here's a question for you. When Father's Day come around, Miss Hnton, by you being a daddy's girl, now do you go all out for your daddy more than you go out for your mother?
When my daddy was,
when your daddy was there, when Mother's Day come around, how big did you make it for your mother, and how big did you make it for your dad?
You know, Mother's Day, can't nobody replace a mother.
Oh no,
I'm so sorry.
So you just
but I'm saying daddy, I'm saying the love for daddy is so strong. But it's a bond that just is naturally there. But a mom is so appreciated because she really cares for you in a whole different way. You know her, even though dad can do the same things, because my dad on Saturdays, he was up cleaning up the whole house.
Yeah.
He was up doing things. He's the one took mom to the grocery store. He was the provider. He would take us on to Coney Island and different things like that. So he made the impression in a big way. But Mama is the one that really has that touch. She teaches you how to be a communicator. My mother taught me how to listen because she was a great communicator. She loved to talk. She loved to tell stories. She loved to write. She was there. Mom is always there.
Do you think that nowadays it has changed, that men is not getting the respect from their children as they would have back in the days?
I think it should be better. Why? Because men are able to really nurture their children. You find men when the baby is conceived, they're there at the belly, they're talking to that baby, they're in the rooms with the wife, they cut the cord, they set the tone for that baby's life and stuff like that. I can look at my son and see how in this day and time, how these young men take their sons and they really nurture and invest time in them. Even now, Mr. E, with men having custody, there are other men that we know of that have custody of their children. They're raising their children. We've had people on the show that have lost their wives and they raise their kids and stuff. Dads are really, really special. You just can't deny it.
That's right. And sometimes, when you got a great dad, when you got a dad wants to be appreciated in their own special way.
Mhm.
You ask the question why we don't drop seeds and tell you everything that we want. We as
Yes.
men expect for our children to know and to,
Really?
little small things that we appreciate. Let's say you got a daughter, you have a daughter
Hmm.
and she loves her daddy
Yes.
to the utmost. She can go out here and draw a picture
Uh-huh.
of a heart, a little stick girl, a little stick picture with a heart on it, and say, "Daddy and daughter, happy Father's Day." You know what he would do with that thing?
What's that?
He'd
Cherish.
probably go out there and get a picture frame or put it somewhere close to
Yes.
him, so every time he look at it, he'll say, "Hey, thank you so much. What a great Father's Day that is."
Absolutely. And I can look at that relationship with my daughter and her father. He wants to. He's the giver. He loves to give, and she wants to give too, but she's limited by what the things that he wants. He doesn't want that much, but he wants to give a lot, and so you find yourself, making sure that you give the respect, the love, but also even if it's a little thing, you find out what that is and you give that. Even if he, well, just give me a card, or a greeting card. You find out that that's what your daddy wants, and you bless him with that because that's what he wants.
Daddy raised the bar of love. In other
Hmm.
words, for his children. When you take daddy's girls and daddy loves his daughters, when you take those girls, daddy raised the bar for any man that
Yes.
tries to come.
Oh
Because
my
what
goodness.
daddy does is make a young lady, his daughter, to the point where no man can do anything for them. Because if the trash need to come out, daddy would drive miles just to go with his daughters. I was in the vicinity and I
Right.
decided I'll come and take your
You're
garbage out,
right.
or I'll come and put your garbage in. Daddy still has that protection that they'll go
Absolutely.
around to make sure everything, and you don't even know he been there.
Absolutely.
Unless you catch him on the camera, that daddy would go around and he said, "Oh, she might need an oil change. Let me go check her tires." And so that makes a man that's trying to get next to the daughter have a hard time trying to raise the bar, because daddy
Yes.
said, "Okay, fine. She don't need a man to do this. Don't need a man to do that. She got a daddy."
That is amazingly true. And even the part, Mr. E, you said, sometimes they go unannounced to, do something outdoors for you. I know Crystal and her dad, Crystal was at school and had her phone and saw, what do you call it, come up, a message. And it was like, she looked at her camera and there was her dad doing. I mean, and that's how they do. That's how dads
That's
are.
right.
Dads
That's right.
they're just there, and they love their daughters. It is just amazing how that relationship can really be good.
And so when it comes to that point, listen to point. When it comes to that point, that should be. I think a daddy should be put on a pedestal,
Hmm.
because one, he is going far and beyond the call of duty
Absolutely.
to make sure that his babies are well taken care of. What hurts a lot of daddies is they go sour. The pitfalls.
Yes.
When the
Uh-huh.
pitfalls come, and instead of the young man coming to and introducing himself to the daddy, they go to the mama, and mama goes to the
Oh.
daddy and tells daddy he's all right. He don't want the prize of
Mm.
mama. But
But
daddy
dad,
still,
yeah, he want to examine for
he wants to
himself.
examine. He wants to see how you talk, see how you act, see how you walk, see what you're made out of. He can tell whether or not he's a good guy or not. So whether or not I know my granddaughter Treasure was over. He just goes to school, and there was a young man that was liking her. And she, it's just by coincidence that I was picking her up one day, and she did not tell me who the young man was. I said, "Oh, that boy right there, that's the one that you've been talking about." She looked at me and said, "How you know about?" I said, "But he ain't no good for you."
Ooh.
I said, "But and 3 or 4 days later, guess what?
What?
He had ducked because that's right.
He proved it.
Daddy knows. We
Absolutely.
we got a sense. You don't want to listen, and sometimes Daddy don't want you to go ahead and do what you got to do. But we trying to pave the way because we are men. We're protectors. We have seen. We know what men is all about.
Ooh.
We know those things.
Mr. E, what are some good gifts for Daddy?
There are, sometimes Daddy is not going to tell you what he wants. You can buy him a pair of shoes. You can buy him some nice, expensive shoes, like some black shoes that he had never worn. Now, that go along. You can buy him an outfit. Buy him a shirt and a suit.
Watch.
And buy him a nice old watch. Get rid. But you gotta give him a rugged watch. If he's the type of daddy that works outdoors or indoors, you gotta give him a rugged watch because he don't change watches.
What about cologne? That kind of stuff. What are things that they don't want? Don't want.
We don't want no cologne.
Really?
Because we're men. We are manly men, and we don't put no cologne on all the time.
Okay.
It'll sit upon the dresser like crazy.
Okay.
You can get us some cufflinks, give us some shirts that have cufflinks, or you can get us a gold necklace or a chain or a watch that is rugged, some shoes or some blue
Apple
jeans.
Watch.
Yeah. You can give him those things, some tinkling toy tools. Let's say you go get him a drone. You'll find him in the backyard playing with a drone and a race car. You see him tinkling with it, trying to put it all together, or get him something. And not just a bunch of food. You got to watch Dad. See, they figured that if you take Dad to the store, well, you're going to benefit from it just as well because you're taking him out to eat. But if you go out and buy Dad individual gifts, something that he can cherish, a handkerchief set with his name on it, so when he go around and put on his to-do clothes, his Sunday go to meeting clothes, he got his handkerchief that he can take with him, something that he can show off when he's out and about. My baby bought me this, look what my little girl. And then when he get round the boys, he can say, look what my daughter gave me.
Well, you all think about those things and see what if we can step up. Those that have dads or uncles that you admire and things like that. Somebody that's a daddy, you all kind of like bless them or lift them up and tell them how good of a job they're doing being a great dad, a great father. Father's Day is coming up. We have some great giveaways. You all think about going to beardgods.com and giving them some great gifts and blessing Dad with all, some special things. Find out what he wants special and bless him. Also, we got some upcoming shows. Of course, Sports Talk we're going to be on. You all please join us because I'm telling you, these final games are fire. And then look, the WNBA and all this drama, we're going to be talking about that on Sports Talk. And also, I believe we're going to have someone on our, our next week for our women's segment. We'll let you know about that. We'll announce that on Monday, the Wednesday show and the Friday show as well. Mr. E, any tea before we go?
Miss Hnton, we got to talk about some tea. Let's talk a little bit about, I'm going to throw this out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some talk around town, and the talk is about basketball players and comedians.
Yeah, tell me.
There's a thing that they said Myron, what's his last name? Wayne.
Wayans?
Yeah. He was just heartbroken the other day when he found out his little boy is a LGBTQ+PRON.
Well, he was embraced. Tell us a little bit about that story. I don't know if I know about that story. I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard a little.
But when I saw it, Miss Hinton,
But that was when was that? When was he? Wasn't that not? I mean, recent.
that's recently.
But not recent. But it was a few months back or a year where he was. That it kind of surprised him.
That's right.
His child came out and said, I don't know how people react to it. I don't know how a parent reacts to it. I think maybe there are still some feelings of ambivalence. Maybe it's just a stunning, shocking, shock to the system. Not that they don't adjust or they still have that they don't still have the love for them, but I can imagine that some parents have to really adjust to that type of news,
That's
especially
right.
if they didn't know it. You know.
That's right. When you did not know, you didn't see the tall tale signs about your child, then you turn around and it hits you in your
Look
face.
who's on, Miss Beautiful, Miss Destiny
And it, and
Baldwin.
it
Where you
hits
been, young lady? What's going on? What have you been doing? Let me know. I hope everything is good, all is well, and I know you're being productive and living life. So let us know. It's good to see you up here. Look, she's a daddy's girl too. Destiny is a daddy's girl, honey. She takes good care of daddy. She treats him just like he's her baby.
mm.
And so, thank you for joining us, Destiny.
Here's the story. The story says that Wayman said he was thrust into a period of soul searching
Mm-hmm.
when his oldest, Kai, first revealed that they were transgenders.
Okay. Uh huh.
Marlon said he went through his own transit from defining to accept it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Accept
Mhm.
took me all week, and in that week I grew the most. I grew the most that I ever did in my life when I
Yes.
found out about my son.
And see, that's it. You have to process. You have to process because this child as this child. You birth this child as this child, but all of a sudden they have a different identity and they want to live the life that they choose to live or how they feel they want to, express themselves in this world. And so that's something you got to come to grips with. You have to accept because these people are not going to change. They are not going to change for you and nobody else. And that's another thing you got to come to grips with. Oh, Destiny said, hello, hello, the
That's my
usual.
that's my girl.
She's making, look, she's taking care of, can you see it? I'm taking care of my grandpa. And yes, her daddy. She loves her daddy. He is definitely her baby. Uh, she said, been mostly open. Let me see. She said, my dad has been mostly open and accepting of my life and how I live. And yeah, they're close and he understands how she is, who she is, and she understands him.
Right.
And they have that bond and that relationship and they do
Yeah,
look
she said.
out for each other.
She said this hello hello hello. Usually I'm taking of my grandpa,
Taking care
and
of
yes,
grandpa.
I'm a daddy's girl. I love my daddy. That's my bestest. My daddy has been open and accepting of my life and how I live. And
Yes.
that's what it has to be.
Mhm.
I had to go through some challenges with my daughter. So when you get to that point and you're learning
Yes.
about what's going on with your child and everything like that, and
Yes.
how it affects. Some people are already there,
Yes.
and just like you said about some tea, Miss Hinton. Here's some good tea for you.
Mhm.
Um, you know, uh, in Newport News,
Mhm.
they're recognizing a first lady lieutenant.
Wow, ladies come
The
through.
first lady lieutenant in
Yes.
Newport News. They recognized the first lady lieutenant. Hampton Police Division recognized the first black woman to be raised to the rank of lieutenant. Said Lieutenant Ashley Jeanette made history on Wednesday. Jeanette was surrounded by family and friends and other members of the Hampton Police when she received her lieutenant pin.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to
ladies,
her.
come through. And of course, we still have the political drama going on. We'll be talking more about that a little bit later. There's some things that's happening, in our local arena with some drama and things like that.
What about washing your feet?
Washing your feet with what? For what? And for tell me about that one.
Them cursey boys, them two cursey boys. Oops, not the brothers too. Travis Kelsey admitted that
Our sports.
he doesn't wash his feet all the time.
Okay, bro. I can imagine what those feet look like. All the time.
All the time. He don't wash his feet all the time. He said dodging the feet seemed to run into the family of the Kelsey boys. Travis and Jason sent social media into a frenzy when they kicked off the debate about their daily scrubbing practice with the New Height podcast. While chopping it up with the show, Kelsey revealed that they tend to neglect everything below the knee during the shower routine. Jason seemed to be double down on his belief while speaking to Travis on the broadcast. The retired Philadelphia Eagles football player said anyone who washes his feet is a complete psychopathic.
Ooh.
If there's a visible dirt on my feet, I scrub the dirt off. I don't even touch my feet. Why would I wash my feet? I'm not touching my feet unless it's clipping my toenails.
All right, now that's enough of that, Mr. E. Now, why would you wash your feet? Feet get dirty too, honey. And then, you got to take care of your hygiene, bro. But hey, he's a pro ball player. I guess he figured, hey, I can keep him any way I want to.
I wonder how his girlfriend take it.
Ask her. She'll probably tell you a different story. But anyway, we are so glad that you all are joining us today. Thank you so much. We got our Father's Day giveaway coming up, our show about fathers, our love for Destiny said, now I want to go and wash my feet again. That's the way I feel. I feel like it's, feet can get crusty, Mr. E. You got to wash those things.
I wash my feet.
You know what? I know, but I'm just saying, feet in general, if you don't pay attention to feet, they get crusty, rusty,
and dirt
and dusty.
And stanky. Stanky feet. They get stanky too. Feet is stanky. You keep that dirt on your feet, put your shoes and socks on. Can you imagine when he take his socks off, all the dust that hits it that comes from his socks? And then that's why you got to change your air condition filters, because all the dust and the skin. I can imagine if he don't wash his feet, that when he sits down in his dining room or living room, he got a dirty stain on a white carpet.
Oh, Justin said they can fall. What you say? They can fall off, and you don't keep them up. I tell you what, these folks. If you don't, that's right. If you don't keep those feet up, life will show you something.
That's right.
You can't neglect them. But look, don't forget, again, we have our great Father's Day giveaway from FY Radio Show and our special sponsor from BeItGods.com. Don't forget to join us back here for Monday Sports Talk. Don't forget, Mr. E has an announcement about an event that's going on.
That's right. Don't forget to join me tomorrow at Friendship Norfolk. That's 745 Lesnar Avenue in the city of Norfolk. A pre-Father's Day dinner. I'll be your Toastmaster for that day.
All right. And look, you all be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Meet us back here. Don't forget to follow us and everything on social media. And Mr. E's going to tell you how you can be a special guest sponsor intern with FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadioshow@gmail.com or inbox us on Facebook at FYI Radio Show, Miss Yolanda, Lady Hnton, or Edward Everett Facebook page and let us know that you would love to be an intern sponsor or part of our audience. If you'd like to be an audience of FYI, all you have to do is email us and give us your email, and we'll let you know when the day and the time that you can come on and sit in our audience and be our special guest.
All right, we have Mr. Frederick Douglass up here with us. Thank you so much for joining. You all on Instagram, thank you. All the platforms, even if you didn't say a word, we thank you for your support. Thank you for coming with us on FYI Radio Show. We will see you. Destiny said we're going to get a message or call from her, which is wonderful. So look, be blessed. I got a class, Mr. E. I got to rock and roll and got some other things to do. But look, you all, I hope you all get a chance to go out to Harbor Fest and see what's going on and just enjoy yourself for the weekend. It's going to be a fabulous weekend here in the Hampton Roads area. We'll see you later.
2 up,
Bye.
2 down, VA. See the A? VA. Yeah.